Good morning to everyone. So today's we're going to start chapter 2, that is about analog wattmeters and power factor meter. So the first concept of our chapter 2, that is analog wattmeters and power factor meter, that is electrodynamometer type wattmeter instrument. So what is a wattmeter? What is a wattmeter? What is the main purpose of wattmeter? Up to now we discussed about ammeters, voltmeters, electrostatic voltmeters, PMMC instruments, MI instruments, and all. So here also in the concept of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, we will go through the introduction. We will discuss about working principle. We will discuss about construction. We will discuss about working of the particular construction of electrodynamometer type wattmeter. Okay, and we will see discuss about errors. We will discuss about torque equation. Okay, and next in next class we will discuss about classification. There are two classification of electrodynamometer type wattmeters. One is LPF, low power factor, and second one is unity power factor, UPF. UPF wattmeter. Two type of wattmeters are present. We will discuss those two classifications. So before discussing into the classification of electrodynamometer type wattmeters, first we have to discuss what is meant by wattmeter. Okay, what are the components present in wattmeter? So what are the components present in wattmeter? What are the instances of what are the components present in wattmeter and all? So electrodynamometer wattmeter is a peculiar thing. Electrodynamometer type wattmeter is a peculiar thing. It will measure power. It will measure power. Measuring of power is done with an instrument called wattmeter. Wattmeter main purpose is to measure power. So the construction is quite peculiar. So in PMMC instrument we have two permanent magnets. Two permanent magnets. One is referred as north pole and another one is referred as south pole. In MI instrument we have two electromagnets. One coil will two coils are there. Two coils behave like electromagnets. Okay, in electrostatic voltmeter also there is no behavior of magnetic effect. We discussed about static electric field, but here in the wattmeter description, okay, here in the wattmeter description, here we have two coils. One is current coil, and second one is nothing but voltage coil or pressure coil. Okay, so the current coil, as in the name in the sense current coil, the current coil is always connected in series, and the voltage coil or pressure coil, it is always connected, voltage coil or pressure coil or potential coil, it is always connected in parallel. Okay, this is about the brief introduction. What is meant by wattmeter, what are the components present in wattmeter in brief, how do we connect those parameters. So there are three types of wattmeters are present. One is electrodynamometer type wattmeter, induction type wattmeter, and electrostatic type wattmeters. Dynamometer type, induction type, and electrostatic type. Okay, three classifications of wattmeter. So now we are discussing about electrodynamometer type wattmeter. There are other classifications are there even in industry point of view. There are induction type wattmeters and electrostatic wattmeters, but mostly in our curriculum we will discuss about the peculiar usage of electrodynamometer type wattmeters. Electrodynamometer type wattmeters. So if we see the definition of if we see the definition of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, so how does the electrodynamometer type wattmeter can be defined? Okay, we have already seen in the introduction there are two coils present. One is the current coil and second one is a pressure coil or potential coil or voltage coil. Okay, let us say it is a voltage coil. So see, current coil is connected in series to the line, whereas voltage coil or potential coil is connected in parallel to the line. So electrodynamometer type wattmeter is working, is quite related to the behavior of magnetic field. Magnetic field. What is because with magnetic field in the sense in similar to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Okay, one magnetic field. That means the instrument. If we see the instrument, if we see in an instrument perspective, if we see in an instrument perspective, the work related is quite similar. We see the instrument perspective, the work limited is quite similar with respect to magnetic field. That means electrodynamometer type wattmeter working is quite related to magnetic field. How is this magnetic field created? How is this magnetic field created? That we have to see. The magnetic field is created in between two coils. One is fixed coil and second one is moving coil. So when the voltage is applied with respect to the two particular coils, one is fixed coil and another one is moving coil, the magnetic field is created, and the magnetic field, in the presence of the magnetic field, the current is directly proportional to voltage. So this is about working definition. What is the working definition of electrodynamometer type wattmeter means? Working definition of electrodynamometer type wattmeter means electrodynamometer type wattmeter is working on the electrodynamometer type wattmeter is working on the principle of magnetic field. The magnetic field is created in between two coils. In the previous introduction, we said there are two coils present in wattmeter. One is a current coil and the other one is a voltage coil. So in that current coil and voltage coil description, there are two coils present. One is fixed coil and second one is moving coil. So one is fixed coil and second one is moving coil. So the behavior of current and voltage is directly proportional. So that's what we are going to see here. Two coils are present, magnetic field is exercised in between two coils, okay, and the behavior of current and voltage is directly proportional. Okay, now if we see the working principle, we are saying that the working principle is depending upon magnetic field, that is Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. That means the electrodynamometer type wattmeter working is quite similar to ammeters and voltmeters, either it is an PMMC ammeter and voltmeter or MI ammeter and voltmeter. They are similar to PMMC ammeter and voltmeter. So here the main purpose of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, what does it do means it will measure power. It will measure power by dealing with the composition of current and voltage. So that is about the definition. So if we see the working principle, so before discussing about the working principle, if we analyze the circuit diagram, electrical circuit diagram of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, it's quite simple. So we said a fixed coil is connected in series. Fixed coil is nothing but current coil, as we described in the introduction. So this is nothing but a fixed coil, and this is nothing but a moving coil. One second. So if you see the working principle, as we said in the introduction, there are two coils present. One is a fixed coil and second one is a moving coil. Fixed coil is nothing but current coil which is connected in series to the line. See, so this is the applied voltage. This is the applied voltage. As far as the applied voltage is concerned, as far as the applied voltage is concerned, so this is the fixed coil. Fixed coil is connected in series to the line. See, this is a fixed coil and this is a fixed coil. These fixed coils will act like a current coils. That's why connected in series to the line. And this is nothing but a moving coil. Moving coil is nothing but a voltage coil or potential coil or pressure coil. Okay, I connected in parallel to the line and I connected a resistance and I connected in resistance here. Okay, with respect to the moving coil, I connected in spindle in the sense a vertical conductor, and to that spindle I connected the needle. See, to that spindle I connected the needle, and this is nothing but a calibrated scale which we are going to measure power, and this is nothing but a pointer. Okay, a pointer is connected to the moving coil with the help of a vertical connected spindle. So the electrodynamometer type wattmeter is two coils are present. One is fixed coil and second one is moving coil. Fixed coil and moving coil. Fixed coil will act like an current coil and potential coil will act like an moving coil will act like an potential coil. So when a current carrying conductor, so what will happen, whenever the supply polarity is applied across these two potentials, supply voltage is applied across these two potentials, current will flow through this particular fixed coils and voltage is experienced with respect to this moving coil. So this current carrying conductor, okay, this current carrying conductor will experience certain amount of magnetic force. Okay, this current carrying conductor will experience certain amount of magnetic force when it is placed in the presence of a magnetic field. So what will happen, there is a deflection with respect to this pointer. There is a deflection with respect to this pointer. So this entire segmentation is having two particular fields. So current carrying conductor is nothing but a fixed coils. So whenever the supply voltage is given, current will flow through this current coils and this will create a magnetic flux. Fixed coils will create a magnetic flux and moving coil will a moving coil, which is nothing but our voltage coil or potential coil or pressure coil. Moving coil or potential coil or voltage coil or pressure coil. Everything these are related terms, synonyms. So what will happen? Fixed coil will create a magnetic flux and moving coil will create a magnetic flux. Okay, so the current carrying conductor is placed in the presence of this magnetic field. The pointer will start deflecting. So this is about the working. Okay, so the fixed coil which is connected in series is nothing but the load. Fixed coil which is connected in series is nothing but the load in respect circuit. The moving coil carries the voltage which is directly proportional to the current flowing with respect to the fixed coils. That means when the current is limited to a minimum value, there is a large change with respect to non-inductive inductors which is present. Okay, that means the current is flowing in the fixed coils and the voltage is flowing in the moving coil. The voltage flowing in the moving coil is proportional to the current flowing in the fixed coils. Okay, that's what happening in the working principle, or that's what happening in the working principle of PMMC instrument. So if you working principle of electrodynamometer type instrument, so if you see the construction, if you see the construction perspective, so there are these are the elements present in the construction of electrodynamometer type wattmeter. So one is a fixed coil. What are the components present? These are fixed coils. See this segmentation. This is nothing but a fixed coil. This is a fixed coil elements, and this is a fixed coil element, and this is nothing but a moving coils. This is nothing but a moving coil. This is a moving coil. There is a ring type segmentation is nothing but our moving coil. Ring type segmentation is nothing but a moving coil. Okay, and control is achieved with the help of a spring. Control is achieved with the help of a spring, and the damping is achieved, and this is nothing but our needle, and scale is connected next to the needle. Okay, fixed coils are connected. This is nothing but a fixed coil. This segmentation, this U type segmentation is nothing but a fixed coil. Two fixed coils. This is one fixed coil. This U type segment is one fixed coil. This U type segment is nothing but one fixed coil. Okay, current is given, current polarity is given to these fixed coils and voltage is applied across this particular moving coil through this conductor. Current is given in this manner. Look at the arrow description, and voltage is given to this particular moving coil. Voltage is achieved with the help of this moving coil. Okay, and this is nothing but spindle. This type of thing is nothing but spindle. This is our spindle. This is our spindle, and this is nothing but a connected needle. This is a connecting needle. So how can we analyze the operation here? Means, so the fixed coils, the experience of fixed coils. The experience of fixed coil. See the U-type segment, the U-type segmentation of fixed coil is shown here, and this is two fixed coils are present. The fixed coils are divided into two equal parts. They are connected in series to the load. So therefore, the load current is flowing here. The load current is flowing in between two coils. So there is no obvious reason that these two fixed coils are behave like instead of one. We are constructed in a two different parameter. So the considerable amount of current is flowing through these fixed coils of a electrodynamometer type wattmeter. So moving coil is present here. So this is nothing but a moving coil. Two fixed coils are present here. Two fixed coils are present here. Two fixed coils are carried with respect to the equivalent load current. The equivalent load current is represented with respect to capital I. Equivalent load current is represented with respect to capital I. Okay, so this load current flowing through the fixed coil will create a magnetic flux. So with the help of the magnetic flux, a magnetic flux is set up by the fixed coils, okay, with respect to the load current which is flowing in this particular two fixed coils. These two fixed coils are uniformly shifted or uniformly constructed. So if you observe the moving coil construction, this moving coil, the circular moving coil is also called as the circular moving coil is also represented as a pressure coil. The circular moving coil is also called as a pressure coil. So this pressure coil is constructed in parallel to the applied voltage. See, this is how an applied voltage is flowing. So whenever the current is flowing in the fixed coil, the current flowing in the fixed coil is directly proportional to the voltage flowing in the moving coil. That means a pointer is mounted with the help of a spindle connected next to the spring. So the main problem is with the effect of temperature. Whenever the temperature is increased, the current flows through the coil. And in order to control the flow of current, the resistor is connected in series to the moving coil. So there is a connection of additional resistance. To the moving coil. So in previous diagram, we have seen that structure. In the previous diagram, we have seen the structure. See, in this structure, say resistance is connected here. Why the resistance is connected means when there is a temperature increase, the current flows through the fixed coil. The current is flowing through the fixed coil. In order to control the flow of current through this particular coil segmentation, we have connected an additional series resistance to the moving coil. That we haven't shown here, but there is a additional series resistance connected. So the pressure coil or moving coil is connected in parallel to the applied voltage. Okay, so the current flowing in the fixed coil is proportional to the voltage flowing in the moving coil. Okay, and the moving coil structure is controlled with the help of a spring segmentation, and the moving coil is connected next to the spindle. So this is nothing but vertical spindle. This is a vertical spindle, and the vertical spindle is next connected with respect to a needle, and next here we can see the calibrated scale. So how the controlling torque is achieved means the controlling torque is achieved. We already know the controlling torque is achieved with the help of this gravity control or spring control. So the gravity control, there are two types of control techniques. One is spring control and gravity control. So mostly in this electrodynamometer type wattmeter conditions, we use spring control. We don't use damping control. We don't use gravity control. But with respect to the effect of damping, okay, there is to be the damping is also provided. Damping torque is also provided. The effect of damping reduces the pointer moving with respect to the initial condition and forward condition. That means there is to be a severe damping in the absence of additional torque produced. So the damping torque is produced with the help of an air friction damping. With the help of air friction damping, we can provide the additional damping torque. And the most important thing here, if we see, the pointer is connected next to the vertical spindle, and the scale is uniform. The scale is uniformly constructed because why the scale is uniformly constructed means the voltage which is applied across the potential coil is proportional to the current flowing in the fixed coils. Because of the linear relation between voltage and current in this electrodynamometer type wattmeter, the scale is quite uniform. The scale is quite uniform, and this indicates the instrument is quite linear. The instrument is quite linear. Okay, so if we observe the working of this particular electrodynamometer type wattmeter, so this is what we discussed in theory. So if we observe the working of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, the electrodynamometer type wattmeter, up to now what we discussed, we have two coils. One is a fixed coil and second one is moving coil. Fixed coil. So this is nothing but a summary of what we discussed up to now. So two coils were there. One is a fixed coil and another one is a moving coil. So fixed coil is connected in series in a circuit in order to measure the power consumption, and voltage coil is connected in parallel with respect to the applied voltage. Okay, so the current is when there is a chance of current flowing with respect to the moving coil, there is an increasing of resistance. That's why in order to limit the current flowing in the moving coil, we have placed in series resistance. The main purpose of placing a series resistance, see here in this circuit, the main purpose of connecting a series resistance is to limit the current flowing in the moving coil. This moving coil is meant for voltage, not for current. In order to limit the flow of current in the moving coil, we have placed a resistance. Okay, we have placed the resistance. Okay, so someone posted in the chat how the magnetic field is created. So this is one of the important thing. Current is flown with respect to the fixed coil and voltage is flown with respect to the moving coil. How the magnetic field is created means, so the current is flown with respect to the fixed coil will create a magnetic field, and the voltage is applied across the moving coil, that creates a magnetic field. The pointer will start deflecting in between two magnetic fields. Okay, the deflection is created between fixed coil and moving coil. The magnetic field is set up with the help of current flowing in the fixed coil and voltage flowing across the moving coil. The pointer will deflect in between the magnetic fields produced by the fixed coil and moving coil. The deflection, okay, the deflection is created by the combination of fixed coil and moving coil. That's why the relation is proportional. The relation is directly proportional, and the relation between voltage in the moving coil is proportional to the current in the fixed coil. Okay, V is proportional to I, and that is a linear discussion. Okay, so if we see the torque expression, in this type of electrodynamometer type moving coil, if we see the torque expression, so this is nothing but a schematic, electrical schematic diagram. So this is where we apply the voltage. And this is nothing but a current coil, and this is a pressure coil, and this is nothing but the load. Okay, so this is how we will draw an wattmeter electrical symbol. So this one coil represents the current coil and another coil represents the potential coil or moving coil. Current is started flowing here. Initial current is I. Current flowing in the current coil is represented with respect to I suffix C. Okay, current flowing in the pressure coil is represented with respect to I suffix P. And the resistance, series resistance is connected here. The main purpose of series resistance is to regulate I suffix P. Okay, so in order to find out the torque, what is meant by torque? Torque is nothing but a twisting force. So where we can observe the torque here, the torque is nothing but the mechanical work done by the electrodynamometer type wattmeter instrument. So there is a magnetic field created by the current coil. There is a magnetic field created by the potential coil. In between these two magnetic fields, the pointer will start deflecting. That deflection force is nothing but our mechanical torque. Okay, so the instantaneous torque, if we observe the instantaneous torque, so how the instantaneous torque is created? The instantaneous torque is created with respect to the current flowing in the current coil, the current flowing in the current coil with respect to the current flowing in the pressure coil, that is I1. Instantaneous torque, how the instantaneous torque is created? The instantaneous torque is created with the help of current flowing in the current coil and the voltage flowing in the moving coil or pressure coil. So that is T1 is equal to I1 IP dm divided by d theta, where IP is nothing but current flowing in the current coil. So if we see the voltage expression, this is nothing but an instantaneous voltage applied across, that is V is equal to root 2 I into sine of omega t minus phi. Okay, the current is in phase with respect to the voltage. Okay, don't get into a discussion, it is not out of phase. The current is in phase with respect to the voltage. And the second most important thing, that is, it is the pressure coil is a pure resistive pressure coil which is used. So the current flowing in the pressure coil, that is I suffix P, that is equal to V by Rp. Current flowing in the pressure coil, that is equal to voltage across the pressure coil V divided by resistance of the total pressure coil, that is R suffix P. What is the expression of V? V is equal to root 2 I sin omega t. What is the resistance of resistance is represented with respect to Rp. So that is root 2 of Vi divided by Rp into sin omega t. If we calculate this expression, if we equalize this expression, the expression will be root 2 into Ip sin omega t. Root 2 into Ip sin omega t. So the current flowing through the current coil, okay, when it is lagged by the voltage, it is this is a special condition. Previously the current is in phase with respect to the voltage. If the current flowing in the current coil is in lag with respect to the voltage, what will happen if there is a lag with respect to the voltage? I suffix P is equal to root 2 into I sin of omega t minus phi. So how this thing happen means, when there is a small change with respect to the current with respect to the pressure coil, it is considered with respect to H, total change with respect to the load current. Okay, the total torque experienced, that is equal to root 2 into sin of omega t minus by dm divided by d theta. So the initial condition is 0. Initially the needle is at 0th position. Later there is a change with respect to the position. There is a torque produced. The torque produced is T, that is equal to root 2 into Vi Rp cos phi d with respect to dt. So this is nothing but the total torque, and the controlling torque is achieved with respect to Tc into k theta. So this is the torque expression which we calculated. So if you have any doubts with respect to the torque expression calculation, that let me know in the chat box. So when we discuss about the behavior of control system, or the behavior of controlling torque and behavior of scale, the controlling torque is achieved with respect to two controls. One is two types of controlling torque are experienced generally: gravity control and spring control. In this type of electrodynamometer type wattmeter instrument, in wattmeter instrument specifically, we don't use any gravity control. Most probably we use a spring control. Why we use a spring control instrument means, because the flux relation between current coil and moving coil, voltage is directly proportional to current, or current flowing in fixed coil is capital I, voltage flowing in moving coil is capital V. Both the relation is linear. V is directly proportional to I. So at that instant we don't need any type of spring control, we don't need any type of gravity control. In this type of instruments we do use quite spring control instrument. And damping torque, most probably we use air friction damping, because eddy current damping, if we use, there are various types of damping torques there: air friction damping, fluid friction damping, eddy current damping. We use air friction damping in this type of instruments. Why means, air friction damping is quite mechanical equipment. If we use eddy current damping, this eddy currents will distort the current in the fixed coils, and that will weaken the magnetic flux between fixed coil and moving coil. That's why we use eddy current damping. That's why we use air friction damping. And the behavior of scale. The behavior of scale is uniform, because the behavior of voltage and current is linear. V is directly proportional to I. The scale is uniform, and the range of linearity, that is around up to 50 degrees to 40 degrees from either side. From initial side, from zero the deflection to the full scale deflection, the deflection range is around 40 degrees to 50 degrees of the total pointer scale. Okay, so that is about control system and the behavior of scale. So if we see the errors, perspective, so errors are there with respect to the pressure coil. In the pressure coil there is a certain amount of inductance, errors due to pressure coil capacitance, errors due to the behavior of mutual inductance effect, okay, errors due to eddy currents, and errors due to stray magnetic field error, and errors due to temperature. So what is the purpose of error in pressure coil inductance means, in pressure coil there is just minute amount of inductance is present. So because of the current is lagging with respect to the voltage, there is certain amount of inductance, and this affects the power factor because at a particular high reading. So there is an error with respect to the pressure coil capacitance also. So while the pressure coil capacitance is having certain amount of error, means there is an increase in power factor because of this pressure coil capacitance. This increase in power factor causes certain amount of error. Okay, and the error is error due to mutual inductance. There is an effect of pressure. There is a chance of creating a mutual inductance between pressure coil and current coil, and that creates a mutual inductance in between pressure coil error and moving coil error, and eddy current error. So this eddy current error will create a magnetic field, and that eddy current error will deviate the main currents, and that weakens the magnetic flux. Okay, and magnetic flux error, this is due to the effect of reading. Or this is due to the effect of eddy currents. The main magnetic field error is created, and temperature error, because of the current flowing with respect to the pressure coil, that causes a type of temperature error. Mostly this temperature variation is reduced with respect to reduction of current with respect to resistance which is present next to the pressure coil. So if we see the advantages, of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, most important thing is the scale is linear. Because of the behavior of voltage and current, the scale is linear. And electrodynamometer type wattmeter, it will read AC and as well as DC components. It will read AC magnitude and as well as DC magnitude. So in today's class we discussed about the introduction to electrodynamometer type wattmeter, and we discussed about the definition, and we have seen the working principle. What is the relation between voltage and current? The relation between voltage and current is linear, and that creates a magnetic flux with respect to the fixed. Whenever the current is flowing through the fixed coil, there creates a magnetic flux, and the voltage is flowing through the moving coil, that creates a magnetic flux. In between that two magnetic fluxes, the needle will start deflecting. That's what we discussed about. And next we discussed about the construction, how we constructed the electrodynamometer type wattmeter, how the fixed coils are constructed, how the moving coil is connected, how the needle is connected next to the spindle. That's what we discussed about. And next we discussed about the general working, analyzed the general working, and we derived the torque expression, and we discussed about the behavior of control system, spring control and damping control, and behavior of scale. And we analyzed various types of errors: pressure coil inductance error, pressure coil capacitance error, errors due to mutual inductance, errors due to eddy current, error due to stray magnetic flux, and error due to temperature error. And next we have seen advantages and disadvantages. Thank you everyone. What is it? How a wattmeter is connected? It's simple. The current coil is connected in series to the load, and the current coil is connected in series to the load, so it will carry the current, and the pressure coil is connected in parallel to the load. It will carry the voltage. Voltage is directly proportional to current. We will measure the power. P is equal to VI sin phi. P is equal to VI sin phi. Right. So there is a second question: what happens if an electrodynamometer type wattmeter current coil is connected across the supply? So what will happen means, when the electrodynamometer type wattmeter is used to measure AC, the fixed coil is split into two. One is air core, and second one is one is an air core, and second one is a mutual distance between air core and another one. So this will create certain amount of hysteresis loss. If we connect a fixed coil across to the supply, what will happen is that will create an hysteresis loss. Okay, someone posted an additional doubt: what are the two factors determine the tuning force of wattmeter? So that depends upon the magnetic field. There are two types of magnetic field. One is a stationary magnetic field, and second one is a moving magnetic field. So that depends upon the tuning force of electrodynamometer type wattmeter, depends upon the magnetic field. Anyone? Still anyone is having any doubt?